Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Keyana and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you all so much for 600 subscribers. I continue to be amazed at how supportive this community has been. I've only posted 2 videos so far and everyone has been so welcoming and really kind, and I really do appreciate it. It's so motivating to continue, so thank you all so much. So getting into today's video, today we are going to be covering the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. I am super late because everything that could go wrong with my Sims game has gone wrong over the course of this past week. But we're here now, so I'm going to go ahead and get it out. So the reason why we're doing this is because in my last episode of Harper's Let's Play, I did say that I wanted to spend a little bit more time working on the next episode in order to make sure that I got the party just right. So I'm still working on that behind the scenes, but I did suggest that my Sim self start kind of reviewing the packs as a way to kind of continue to have content out that was relevant. And my plan had been to start with outdoor treat and then just kind of work my way through everything starting from the beginning. But then the For Rent expansion pack came out. I keep wanting to call it a game pack, and I don't know if that's a Freudian slip or what the situation is there, but the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack came out, and so I did post a poll on my community tab asking if we should start with Outdoor Retreat as my original plan or if we should start with For Rent, and more than half of those who participated suggested that we start with For Rent. So here we are. So this is my Sim self. This is Keyana. And for the purposes of this little mini series, she has the perfectionist, nosy, and generous traits. So I did not give her the child of the village trait or the what's the other trait? Cringe. I didn't give her the cringe trait for obvious reasons, but I didn't give her the child of the village trait specifically because a lot of the gameplay that I saw, the people who suggested or selected that trait for their Sims were having a really hard time keeping them happy. They were always sad that they weren't more immersed in the culture, even if they had literally just been immersed in the culture. And I didn't feel like dealing with that. So she doesn't have that trait. For her aspiration, she has a 5-star property owner. So I thought this might be the best one to kind of get through to show us what the meat and potatoes of the pack is actually meant to be. So she's going to be a property owner, and we already have our residential rental that we're living in currently. And I also gave her a daughter for this playthrough so that we could explore some of the child specific gameplay. So the marbles and the hopscotch, I'm pretty sure that's it, the marble collection and the battles. So this is her daughter Morgan. Morgan has the creative trait, and for her aspiration she has playtime captain, but we will likely not explore any of this for the entirety of the gameplay because it's not relevant to this specific pack. So what I want to do is show you the residential rental that we selected for our gameplay, and then also show you our rental unit. And I'll probably do a little tour because I spent way too much time decorating this thing. And then I will show you the common spaces for our residential rental, and we will move into the gameplay. Right, this is the residential rental lot that we're going to be using for today. It's called Luxury Apartment Complex, and it's by DN3AB on the gallery. So the only things that I changed to this lot were kind of like outside aesthetic things. So I'll show you that in a second, but I didn't change the structure of like what's inside. So the lot comes with 6 units. We won't be using all those units, but I will show you the units as well as the shared spaces. So we've got a pool and we've got a gym, and I'll show you those as well. Okay, so here's what the building looks like now. Again, I didn't really change a lot. I just changed the brick exterior to plaster because I thought that fit better with a tropical environment, and I changed out some of the windows, but like I said, everything else about the structure itself is still the same. So we are now outside of our unit. We live on the second floor in unit 3. So the way that this unit is set up is a little bit wonky. The 2 parts of the unit are split. down the middle with the hallway and the stairs. That's how it was set up when I downloaded a lot, so I didn't change anything since we won't be playing here for very long, but just want to explain why you might see Keyana leave her bedroom, go out into the shared hallway space, and then to the opposite side to go to the kitchen. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of like a tour, but this never works out for me. So if it starts to get too jumpy or weird, I'll probably come out of it. But so coming in through our main entryway, we've got Kiana's big head right here. And then here's a little piano area and some seating. Through here, we've got a balcony with a little view of a little bit of green space and a really obstructive view of the water. And around to this side, we've got just a little seating area with a bookshelf and Kiana's head again. And then here's our main living space. So you've just got your TV, a fireplace, and your sofa. So then through here will be Kiana's bedroom. So this is Kiana's bedroom, pretty standard. We've got our dresser here and some luggage, and her sofa and a vanity. And then on this side, we have her bed and then just some clutter and stuff. So through here is a little bathroom. You probably won't be able to see very much. It's just a pretty standard bathroom, not really much to write home about. And then going back through here, so this is where I mentioned it's a little wonky. So this is the entryway, and then if you come through this hallway here, that's where you get to the other side of the house. So here is the kitchen. Yes, here's the kitchen, and the kitchen is probably my favorite room. It's inspired by a kitchen picture that I saw on Pinterest, which I I thought it was so cute. So I kind of designed the entire apartment around that one Pinterest picture that I saw. So then we have another balcony, and this balcony has the grill and a little bit more outdoor seating. And then here behind that door is a little half bath. I'm not going to show you because it looks the same as the other bath. And then here we have our dining space and another fireplace. And through here is Morgan's room. There's Morgan. She is reading a book. And here's her bedroom. So it didn't really do too much cluttering, which is normally like my thing. I love to clutter up places and make them look lived in, but since we're not going to be here for very long, I didn't do that. So, and then the last room is Morgan's bathroom, which is actually pretty big in comparison to Kiana's bathroom because it also includes our laundry unit. Okay, and down here in our common space, we've got our pool. So we've got a grill, a bar, and just lots of seating. There's a chess table over here. And then through this door back here, we've got a grill. We have a gym. So this is just a pretty standard gym, not really anything to write home about. Some seating, a stereo, a spa day refrigerator, and then some basic gym equipment. So there was another, I don't know if it was meant to be a shared space or if it was just kind of a bonus space, but there's a big empty room on the third floor of the building that I considered turning into a cafe just so that I could see if that would be functional now that we have the residential rental system and if other Sims in our unit would use it. But I didn't want to go that far because we won't be playing here for that long. But if you guys want to see what it would look like if we tried to build a cafe, staff a cafe using Little Miss Sam's, I think it's like, I don't remember what the name of the mod is, but she has a mod that allows you to have baristas and all that stuff on a residential lot or a lot owner lot. So let me know if you want me to try that. Okay, so to kind of talk through what I will consider a full review of this pack, I think what I would like to try my best to do, is complete the 5-star property owner aspiration. It shouldn't take that long considering, it's like all the other Sims tutorials where it's sort of just a, I said tutorial when I meant aspiration. So there you go. Freudian slips all over the place. So we're starting with the property pupil milestone, and that one is just to have a tenant occupied or a unit occupied by a tenant, handle a maintenance event, and then perform an inspection pass. And then for level two, we need to handle an emergency event, have a unit with a rating of 3 or higher, have 2 units occupied by tenants, and then perform inspection passes on rentals. I don't know how many, I guess they'll tell us when we get there. And then the final milestone will be property legend, and we would need to achieve a 5-star rating on a unit, become good friends with a tenant, and have 3 units occupied by tenants. So I feel like some of that's really easy, but the thing that scares me is that some of it is the Sims has to make it happen, right? So the handling a maintenance event, handling an emergency event, and that's not stuff that I can control. And in my gameplay experience thus far, just kind of testing this out to make sure that it works, we didn't have a whole lot of events pop up. So just to give you a heads up, I'm not really sure how this is going to go, but I've tried filming it probably like 4 or 5 times now. So I think I'm just going to go ahead with whatever happens this time. So I think what we'll do to start is we'll go ahead and bring in our first tenant. I do want to confirm which unit I want to use. So like I said, we have 6 units here, and I want to stick with the ones on the bottom because I think it'll just be more convenient to have all of our tenants kind of in one general location. So this is unit 4, this is unit 5, and that's unit 6 back there. I think I will just stick with these 3. And while I'm here, this building here, or this empty room here, is considered a shared space. It's not a unit. So this is what I was talking about where the cafe could go. So yeah, I think I'll start with unit 4, and then as we continue, we will fill 5 and 6. Okay, so let's have her fill unit 4, and then she needs to eat, so we'll focus on that. So I said 4, and we will fill the vacancy. So it's already 4 stars and has desirable amenities, a fancy environment, but our maintenance is poor for some reason, which I don't even know what that's about or like what that can mean. But so for this first unit, we've got a 4-star rating already. I feel like we should be able to do decent on the rent. Let's choose for unit rules: no social events, no loud noises, and no pets in that unit. And then for the rent, I want to do $30 a day. Okay, so like obviously you know that $30 times 7 days is less than 242. So one of the issues that I've been experiencing, and I'm not sure if this is common for other folks or not, but when I put in my rate the first time, it tells me that I cannot exceed the max rent, but like obviously I'm not. So even if I were to go down to like $15 in the past, that has also exceeded the max rent. But like again, obviously it doesn't. So what I've had to do is go to 0, and then I can go to 30. And for some reason it works in. I don't know why that's the case. I don't think it's mod related because I've updated pretty much all of my mods at this point. So I don't know if other people are experiencing this. Definitely let me know if you are. Another bug that I'm having is, I've seen a lot of people have this though, is where the rent in this particular 40 by 30 is like $4 billion per unit. So that only affects you if you are trying to be a tenant living here on that 40 by 30 lot. If you are the lot owner, it's not going to be that. So when I set up the rent, it's a far more reasonable amount in comparison to what it shows you in the opening screen, and also what you'll get if you try to rent here. So, okay, let's choose our tenant. All right, so it does try to let you know like what might be a best fit. Like this person wants 3 bedrooms. Obviously my unit doesn't have that. So what I've been trying to do is choose the person who I think has the most like funds to use to pay. So I think I'm going to go with the Boulder this time because that person's not going to work. This person is paying a lot less. But I also haven't seen that person, like whoever this is. And it's not like I'm going to get paid anyway, which is another bug that we'll talk about later. So maybe I'll go with this person because I already know what this guy looks like and I've seen him in other people's gameplay. So let's go with Yarmelino. Okay, so we've ticked off that first part of the aspiration, and I think what we'll do while we're waiting to see if our tenant is going to pop up anywhere is have Keyana go ahead and use the restroom and probably make something to eat for herself and for Morgan. And I think I will have Morgan, she's still reading her book. I will have her do her homework, and her aspiration wants her to improve her motor skills. So let's do fill out activity chart, and I will cancel her book. All right, so she's gonna go to her desk, I'm assuming. Oh no, she just reset completely. That's weird. Let's try that again and see what happens. Okay, so now she's going to her desk. So Keyana is washing her hands very strangely, I might add. I don't know why she looks so uncomfortable. And then I'm going to have her use the new pressure cooker. So I will openly admit that I am a person who purchases Sims packs for the most ridiculous of reasons. And my reason this time was that we got a pressure cooker. I'm not proud of it, but that was my main selling point. So I'm going to have her come in here and I'm going to make some butter chicken for early dinner because it's only 3 o'clock. And then we'll see if we see our tenant anywhere around. Oh, yeah. So he's already down here painting. I don't know who this guy is. I wonder if this is one of the new Sims that EA created in order to create tenants. His jeans are literally painted on, like they're super snug. So this fella's gonna need a makeover. Mickey. All right, so let me see. We have awful compatibility. So that's another thing that I've been experiencing, and I don't know if anyone else has this issue or if this is mod related, but every tenant that I bring in, she perceives as very unattractive and also has awful compatibility with all of them. So let me know if you have that experience as well, or if that's something that's going on just in my game. I might have to look into some of my, I don't think I have any relationship mods though, so I don't know what could be affecting that. But yeah, so she's got awful compatibility with Mickey, even though they have literally never met, and she also perceives Mickey as very unattractive, even though she's not seen their face. So but I also feel like we need to work on this. I don't know if Mickey had a rough night of drinking or what the situation was, but those red eyes are terrifying, and I have a child here, so that's not going to work. So she has put her butter chicken on, and Morgan's doing her homework, so I think we'll come down here and we'll introduce ourselves to Mickey. Let's do a Tomarani introduction. So while she is making her way downstairs to talk to Mickey, I will say that I did put her in some of the outfits from the pack. I will try to do that as we're doing these reviews in situations where it isn't going to make me sad. So in this case, some of the outfits from the pack are actually really cute, and I love the hair. The hair that she has is from the pack currently. I knew that that was going to happen. Like, there's no reason why you needed to do this. But yeah, so I will put her in as many of the pack outfits as I can as we're going through these. The zebra Speedos are a lot. So yeah, she has a couple of pack outfits, and Morgan, I believe, has one pack outfit. Oh, is this not going well? Of course not. All right, so she's got some stuff going on over here. Oh, Morgan has a loose tooth. I think we knew about that. And then so we got generous lesson. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Keyana is a generous sim. Generous sims constantly desire to uplift others and are always willing to lend an ear to someone else's hardships. They get along with just about everyone and prefer to be polite and respectful to others. This allows them to form relationships and improve their charisma skills quicker than other Sims. However, generous Sims aren't always the best with their finances, particularly when they can't resist giving away a few simoleons to others outside their household. So I certainly hope that she does not do that autonomously, but that does point out to me that we did not read these when I went over them. So for the nosy trait, it says Sims who thrive on gossip, snooping, and spying. They have incredibly poor boundaries and don't quite understand what personal space is, but they will discover secrets by any means necessary. So that is not at all my personality, but I think it's going to be fun to play with. And then for generous, it says caring, empathetic, and patient. These Sims are happiest when offering their time and money to help others. Everyone loves generous Sims, but they can be a little too brazen with their donations. Okay, so this is going well. It's not going badly, so I guess we'll chat with Mickey for a little bit longer. And then we did get some information. Ooh, let's pry for secrets. We did get some information about Mickey's traits. Mickey is mean and evil, so this was an all-around mistake, and having Mickey live here is going to be a real treat. So that's probably why they have awful compatibility. But even though he's mean and evil, he's going to tell me a secret. Like, he looks really happy about it. Okay, so Keyana has discovered that Mickey has the secret Bell of the Eyeball. So we're going to open profile and then read Mickey's secret. There are these rings I see folks wearing around town. They're odd to say the least. It's not just how they look, it's how they look, if you know what I mean. They appear to be looking at me and only me every time I see them. The eyes follow me. Listen, it wouldn't be such a big issue if only one other Sim had this ring, but they're everywhere, at least to me, and when I close my eyes, the rings are all I can see. I'm never alone. The rings will never leave. I've been having nightmares about them, and lately they've been escalating. In the last dream I had, I saw myself wearing one of them. I sent a chill down my spine. I would never let those rings get to me like that. Would I? The irony is, I feel like Mickey has on a lot of rings, so I'm not sure if one of them is the eyeball ring. But so I get the point of the secrets is to kind of joke on themselves being EA. I get it, but also it just seems so random and it doesn't make any sense that these are actual secrets that they care about. So I don't know. I get that they're trying to be fun and jokey, but it just comes across as a waste of time having read this. Like, I'm never going to get that time back. That time is gone. So we'll close out of this. So I think we are going to stop talking to Mickey now, but we did get a little bootlet over here. Two can keep a secret. From finding another Sim secret, so juicy and delicious. Secrets can be as sweet as ripe fruit. Does Keyana keep the fruit or sell it back for a hefty sum? Alright, so we're not going to do that, I don't think, right now. She likes how it's decorated, which is great for me. She has a promotion, I guess, from when I promoted her to my actual job. Unpleasant aura from generous Sim talking to a mean Sim. Keyana tries to see the best in everyone, but these vibes are just not it. And then icky feeling from generous Sim being mean. Ew, why did Keyana say that? Being mean isn't her thing. And also Morgan acquired the motor skill. So it seems like in order for, I don't know why she's sitting like that. It looks weird. In order for the bad compatibility, or what is it, awful compatibility, I think that that is the result of Mickey's traits and not necessarily the result of an issue with my game. But what's weird about it is that that seems to happen for me all the time. Like when I'm testing this out, every sim that I put in here, she has awful compatibility with. So I'm wondering if all of them have like these just really awful traits, and maybe generous sims just aren't compatible with any of them. I don't know what the deal is. So let's release the steam vent after she puts her clothes back on. I think I'll just have Morgan pull out the loose tooth so that she will stop being uncomfortable. Pull out loose tooth. Why is she coming out here to do that? Is she going to a mirror? Please be going to a mirror. Where are you going? Where is she going? I'm so confused. I, she literally just has to pull out a tooth. She has to go this far to pull out her tooth. This is this normal? So she also has to go to the pool to pull out her tooth? First of all, that looks very violent. And she got an uncomfortable buff, tooth yoinked. It was loose, but Morgan feels a bit bereft of their insecure incisor. Okay. All right. So I don't know why she needed to go that far in order to do that. But our steam vent is released. And I'm going to have Morgan, who just wasted so much of my time, come up here and change back into her outfit. And then we need to grab all servings of the butter chicken from our pressure cooker. And she is sitting like an old aristocrat, like the extra posture. I don't get what's happening. Can I reset her? What is happening here? All right, maybe she will stop doing that now. All right, so I'm going to have this food move over here. And then whenever Morgan makes her way back upstairs from that whole ridiculous quest that she just went on, they will have some dinner together. And maybe this is a good time to go ahead and bring in a second tenant, because if one of our goals is to be a good friend with one of our tenants, I don't think Mickey is going to be that person just based off of their behavior. Well, their traits, not necessarily their behavior. All right, so let's call it a meal and eat with why is everyone but Morgan on the list? Morgan. And then I don't know what we're going to do after this. I think we might do a second tenant. Hopefully that tenant will be nicer and we'll be able to see them. No, she's still sitting like an old aristocrat, so I might have to come out and then come back in. I don't understand why she's why she's sitting like that. So let's talk to our child while we're sitting here. And also, Morgan is absolutely adorable. But don't be surprised, because I use all of the exact same custom content on pretty much every child sim that I create. Don't be surprised if literally every child sim that you see in my game looks like Morgan. All right, so when they're finished eating, I think I'm going to go out and then load back in and see if that fixes how she's sitting. I think that might also have been why she looked so weird when she was washing her hands. So I don't know what's going on with her, but we need to get that together. Okay, so I've tried resetting Keyana several times and going out of the lot and coming back in, and then also going out of the entire game back to the main menu and coming back in, and none of that worked. So she's probably just going to continue to be weird for the remainder of this episode at least. But she does have a moodlet from the pressure cooker. It says simmering satisfaction. Nothing quite like enjoying the delicious fruits of labor, especially when the pot does all the work. And then decorated and delicious dish. She still have some of her other ones from before, including that she likes her clothing and she had a pleasant conversation. So I'm going to assume that was the one with Morgan and not with Mickey. So I am going to have Morgan come over here because her fun's a little low, and she can I even see my TV from here? No, because the wall is down. There we go. So she's going to come in here and play Party Frenzy. That's not the sim who's supposed to do that. She's going to come in here and play Party Frenzy. And then I think what I would like to do right now, so Mickey is in the gym. Let's see if Mickey stays in the gym now that I've reloaded the lot. What I think I want to do, since they never leave, like they're always here, I'm going to have her try to break in. You're not taking your child with you to break to break into your tenant's unit. That's crazy. It begins. Nothing beats the feeling of crushing the final boss level. Whenever Morgan is gaming, Morgan is one with the universe. Is it safe to say she likes video gaming? Sure. Alright, so I'm going to try and keep an eye on our tenant while we are breaking into their unit. And I know that there's a loading screen associated with this, and I'm going to leave it in just so that you can get an idea of how long that loading screen might be for you. So for context, I have probably about 100 gigabytes of CC at this point, which I'm also not proud of, but that's just reality. And I do have all of the other packs, so we'll see how long this loading screen is going to be. I may actually time it just so I can get a general idea, because I believe there's 2 loading screens associated with this, so let's time it. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. It was like 20 seconds. We are now officially loaded in to Mickey's lot. Mickey is scaring me because every time I load back in, they're wearing a different outfit, and now it looks like they have their outerwear on. So I don't know what is happening, like if Mickey is going to come over here and find me doing this. But so I have not officially entered or broken in and entered Mickey's apartment unit yet. I still have to actually do that. So now I'm going to select break in, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try and get a thumbnail too. Let's see. Can I get this? It looks weird, doesn't that? Okay, that looks fine. So this is gonna be this is gonna be the thumbnail for our episode. I've never seen myself in real life actually look this sinister, but we're gonna go for it. All right, so let her finish breaking in, and then we'll go through our second loading screen, and we'll try and keep an eye on Mickey while we're doing this. But I've seen some weird stuff. Like in some cases, the sim will come in, they'll just like act super normal, like super casual about the fact that you've broken into their home, and then eventually just like randomly attack you, or nothing at all will happen, and y'all will just chat and have a great time, and then you'll leave. So we'll see what happens for us. This looks ridiculous. Like, I can't imagine. Like, I've never broken into a home before. Oh my gosh, she fell down. And you see? Do you see? Like, he just walked in his home. The door appeared sturdier than normal. Maybe a little more elbow grease will open it up. Right now, it won't budge. So I've never seen a person fail at trying to open the door. Can we just listen? No, we can't. Because now I'm in this breaking and entering. But it just doesn't make any sense for me to break and enter because Mickey is right there reading a book in their apartment. He just walked right by me into his house while I was violently and for whatever reason very dustily trying to break into his apartment unit. All right, so I'm not going to do this. I'm ending it, and I'm going back home, and we'll try this again later. Okay, so we can't do anything with Mickey until Mickey decides to leave their home again. Maybe we need to get some other tenants so that Mickey has some people to talk to. But as it stands right now, we are not able to do anything. So Morgan is now just standing here, but it's fine because her fun is filled up. Now I'm wondering if, since it's nighttime, do we go to the night market and sort of get that out of the way while we've got some time? I think we will. So let's have Morgan come in here and use the restroom and wash her hands, and then we will go over to the night market. And I gotta be honest with you, the night market is really disappointing for me. I'll show you when we get over there, but it just seems like most entirely set dressing and then a little bit of like actual stuff thrown in. But then even when I got to the actual stuff, like the real lots that you could use or real stands that you could use, most of them were all food related. So food stands, drink stands, dessert stands, and then there was one stand that had goods. So I want to make sure that we take Morgan with us so that she can get marbles and stuff to start her collection. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. If anything, it's going to take us more time to get there than we will actually be spending there after the fact. Now I'm wondering if it's too late for Morgan because she's got school and now he wants to be outside. All right, Mickey and I are not going to get along. All right, do we go to the market or do we wait until tomorrow to go to the market? I think we'll go now. Let's just go now. Okay, so Kiana and Morgan are going to be making the incredibly long journey over here. Um, it does look a little bit livelier than it has for me in prior visits, like when I was testing it out. So the difference is, like you can see, it looks, first of all, it's gorgeous. Like this entire situation is really, really pretty. I love all the lights. Like everything looks really cool. And I would imagine yeah, just in my experiences, this is pretty much how it looks, and they're super detailed. So all that looks good. The problem is you can't actually use any of this. So like pretty much everything down here, with the exception of this one, is just kind of set dressing. And I believe this one is a food vendor. Yeah. And then is he wearing gloves? No, for some reason I thought he was wearing gloves. I was about to say that's awesome. And then, yeah, all of these are set dressing. And this one is where you get the marbles and the tassels and stuff. And then I think everything else is set dressing until you get down here, and that's food. Morgan's taking a long time, and she's the one that I needed to do something. She always takes a different route, too. Like, nope, she's all the way back there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then on this side of the street, I think the only vendor is this one, and then all the rest of these are set dressing. But there is somewhere around here like a fish market, which is like a building that you can just go in to browse. And I'm assuming that that's in lieu of the fish markets that they have out here, like the fish stands. So I will have Kiana go in there and do that. And then when Morgan gets here, she's almost here, I will have her come over here and grab some marbles, whatever is here. So I know that you're supposed to, at least from what I've learned. All right, so Kiana's in the fish market. She can get a bass. Well, I mean, I guess we'll get some stuff. Let's get a bass. Let's get some salmon and tuna. Yeah, so that's pretty much what the fish market is. Like that's literally it. You can you can get fishing books and fishy protein treats. I don't know who that's for. I'm assuming it has something to do with cottage living. Livestock animals will love this treat so much. They'll produce one extra milk. Okay, yeah. So that's what that one is. But that's, I mean, I appreciate the cross pack compatibility, but it's not going to help me. I don't have any cows or chickens here. So for whatever reason, those fish cost 229 simoleons. So go ahead and do that. And then we'll have Morgan come over here and purchase goods. So in this pack, they added in marbles, which I think is really cool. And from my understanding of everything that I've seen, the marbles you can collect is another collection along with the tassels. And they can use the marbles sort of like void critters to battle with other child sims. But I guess the one difference is that they have the ability to take the marble of the child sim that they're battling against in the event that they win. I just haven't seen anyone be able to do that. So most of the gameplay that I've watched, folks have actually said the opposite, that when they win, they don't actually get the marble. So I'm not sure if that's meant to be the case or like if that's something that the Sims has to fix. So we'll grab this classic blue swirl marble, Belladonna Cove, and then she's already got a jar for her marbles. Let's just get the green tassel and the midnight blue marble. It is 6 a.m., y'all. So if I am stumbling over words, that is why. I'm still really tired. But I've been having such a hard time getting this film that I just wanted to get it out. So why the randomness of the stuff that's here? Yeah, I don't get it. So there's like miscellaneous produce items, just a couple of little things, and then some tassels, this mysterious basket that everyone keeps talking about. What's in the basket? When shaken, a faint rattling comes from inside. When opened, the only thing contained is vast emptiness. Perhaps you're supposed to fill the basket? Yes, you must fill the basket. It's hungry and needs food. Okay. Um, I guess we'll get a basket. Why not? And then she's got some tassels and some marbles. But yeah, like the randomness of the bell pepper and the lemon and the flour and the potatoes and the sugar. I don't get it, but okay. So sadly, we have pretty much done everything there is to do at the night market. I will have them come grab a drink and then probably head home because I'm going to enroll Morgan in summer school. So this person's been standing there doing nothing this whole time. Let's order a drink and let's have her get a sugarcane juice. And then I'll have her mom come out here and she can grab a Thai milk tea, which sounds amazing. I love a good milk tea. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. That is what Morgan has on. If Keyana would get out of the way, what Morgan has on is one of the outfits from the pack. Different shoes, but I think the top and the shorts are both from the pack. So I'll have her come. Oh, she's already doing it on her own. Good for her. All right, and then Keyana can come over here and grab that milk tea. Now, by the time she gets the milk tea, Morgan's gonna be done. And I love that she is in her mom era with this outfit. This is absolutely a super soccer mom look. Did we not get it? Order again. Thai iced milk tea. And like I suspected, Morgan is done. Is there anything that we can have Morgan do? Can she put this? No, she can't put it directly into her jar. And then why is she carrying our dinner? I told her to put that away. I'm glad I saw that there because I would have been so angry if one of them would have gone into the refrigerator for leftovers and the leftovers are spoiling in Morgan's pockets. All right, so I'm going to have Morgan start to head home because it seems to take her longer to get there anyway. But she did get a moodlet, tasty Tomarani beverage. Incredible. Tomarang really does know how to make some of the most delicious drinks. And all of the rest of her stuff is just from general gameplay. And then, okay, so Keyana finds someone unattractive and she is taking her sweet good old time to drink her Thai iced milk tea in the most uncomfortable posture I have seen in a long time. But we are going to start heading home as well, and we'll see you there. Okay, it is the next morning, and Keyana is jamming to, what is she listening to? Some jazz. So fun fact, I like to listen to music when I cook. So she's gonna listen to music while she cooks as well. We're gonna boil a kettle because she's ready for some breakfast. So we'll do that so that we can have some tea, and we will also, while it is boiling, are you gonna go over there? Yes. So while it is boiling, we're gonna make breakfast, and let's keep it simple and do. Why isn't this in order? Is it? It is ish. We'll just do fried eggs and toast. Let's do a family size. So while that's boiling, she will go ahead and start on breakfast. And how long does this take? Does anyone know? I don't know. Hopefully by the time she's done with her breakfast, it'll be done. So after she has breakfast, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and bring in a second tenant. And then we might try to snoop. I think I've figured out what my issue was with the snooping. She has to be on their lot before she's able to snoop. But another issue that I've been having, I have to have her quit her job. Another issue that I've been having is whenever she travels to another lot while Morgan is at summer school when I'm testing it out, Santa wants me to go to Batu. That's not going to happen. Let's do a tea and let's do, all these are weird. Let's do Earl Grey and then let's grab a serving. Can we do both of those things together? Eat a serving. So then while she's eating, I will read. Is she going to take the tea? I guess she's not going to take the tea. I will bring you your tea, ma'am. Don't you worry about it. I got you. So there is your tea. You can drink that also. And so while she's eating with her very uncomfortable posture, we will continue to read through, and I need to make sure that she quits. Why is she getting up? Where are you going? I'm so confused. Okay. Sit down. Maybe I need to go a little further. Sit down. Eat fried eggs and toast. Resume. Was it not finished cooking? Is that the issue? Or was it not finished being prepared? It wasn't finished being prepared, obviously. So I don't know how any of this works. Apparently she didn't complete it, but now she's just standing over there. Make another cup, girl. Make another cup. I think we had Earl Grey. I hope. I can't remember. And then can we move this one? We can. Let's just move that out of the way and we'll deal with that later. Make the tea. Okay. Yes, she made the tea. She did the exact same thing she did the last time. I can't call it. So also, while you're having your tea, sit here and have your breakfast. They make it so hard for the Sims to just do like normal, basic, everyday things. It is so confusing. I don't get the struggle. But hopefully she's coming over here. Yes, she is. Okay, so she'll do that. And while she's doing that with her incredibly awkward posture, we'll read through some things. So while we were speeding through, I did sign Morgan up for summer school, so it says Morgan will be engaged in enrichment learning opportunities while her classmates enjoy break, while maybe some of her friends will be stuck or enrolled in extra learning as well. Keyana reached cooking level 10 while making breakfast, or I guess a sacked lunch, for Morgan. Morgan acquired the social skill, and we got a nosy lesson. Keyana is a nosy sim. In the world of secrets and snooping, nosy sims thrive. Nosy sims have few boundaries and will often attempt to pry the information they crave from other sims. Not everyone appreciates the enthusiasm of a nosy sim, but we all know that won't stop them. Oh, I forgot to make her quit. I forgot to make I forgot to make her quit. Yes, she should stop doing that, and then I need her to quit her job. Quit job. And then we'll get her changed into a regular outfit. So where was I? Nosy Sims, enthusiasm of a nosy sim. Not everyone appreciates the enthusiasm of a nosy sim, but we all know that won't stop them on their unending quest for hot goss. They'll also, are you sure you want Keyana to quit her job? Yes. They'll also gain the photography and writing skills more quickly than most other skills. So, most other sims. So I guess that's maybe because they could be like a sleuth. Photography and writing. Yeah, maybe. And then let's clean that up. And then she's going to need to change. Let's see what else. I think that's everything. So we quit our corporate job. Now that we are a landlord that makes no money, we will put this in the refrigerator so that Morgan can have some maybe for breakfast tomorrow. And she's just going to get changed. Well, maybe she'll take a shower first. She does look kind of smelly. So let's use the restroom and take a speedy shower. And then she is going to put on her second everyday outfit. And do we see our tenant? No, our tenant is in his unit, it looks like. So now we're going to fill this unit here, which I believe it was 456. So this should be unit 5. So when she's done with her shower, we'll fill that. Also, she wants to offer her generosity. It says find another sim outside your household and choose to offer a listening ear, bestow empathy, or share kind words with them. Okay, those are things we can do. And then she wants to stargaze with Morgan, so that's fine. All right, she is still taking her shower. I just wish that like more events or things would happen, because it comes across to me like you're just playing The Sims, and every once in a while, if you're lucky, some event or something will take place, and that kind of defeats the purpose of having a pack specifically related to the challenges and I guess successes of being a landlord. Thus far, in my testing and in our gameplay today, I have not seen justification, I guess would be the word, for this pack being an expansion pack. And then she has from drinking the tea, cup of bold. The tea makes you feel like you can do anything. I've never had any tea that's made me feel that way, but good for her. All right, so she's dressed, she's ready to go. Let's now get our second tenant, and hopefully something will happen today. I think we said it was going to be unit 5, so let's fill the vacancy. All right, so let's just do no loud noises and no trash overload. And I still don't know why my maintenance is poor. Is it going to let me do it on the first time, or is it going to tell me? Yeah, so let's do the trick. Let's go to 0. And then let's go to 30. There we go. All right, now let's choose our tenant. I think this unit it's set up for cats, but I don't have a cat as an option. There's Kyle. I can't with Kyle today. I'm not really interested in doing that. Here's an elder. Oh, no, there is a cat person. There's an elder who wants to bring her 3 cats, and she's willing to pay $250 as her max rent. So I think we're going to go with that person. And let's see when something interesting happens around here. Like I said, if I try to travel, Morgan's going to come home from school and then her performance is going to suffer. So I think I'm just going to speed through and see if some sort of event happens or if one of my tenants comes out into the common spaces so that I can meet or talk to them. Let's see. Oh, Kitty. Kitty is wearing her bonnet and her robe in her picture, but also it looks like we might have good compatibility with her. Good compatibility. Okay, so this might be the tenant that I'm able to make friends with. Yeah. It doesn't say anything about her compatibility here, but if this is her main outfit, I love everything about that. So I'm just going to speed through and we'll see if anything interesting happens. Okay, so we got something interesting. I've never actually seen this one before. It is tenant rule violation. So in Unit 4 has violated the no loud noises rule. The neighbors can't get any sleep and something needs to be done about it. Post fine remotely using the mailbox or prosecute fine directly to face the consequences. All right, well, let's just, oh, sorry, I'm in the basement. Let's just post the fine in the mailbox. Post fine for breaking rules 4. All right, let's try it. Okay, so this is actually the first time I've seen that since I started playing. In any of my test ones, I've never had a tenant rule violation. So that's something, I guess. But the fact that the only thing I have to do is go down to the mailbox and tell them that they violated the rules. And I guess when Morgan gets home, if I want to go to their unit, I can try and force them to pay it. Okay, so that's it. That's uneventful. All right, so I'll continue to speed through. Okay, so I got another notification that says success, fine collected for the no loud noises rule violation, unit rating went up. So I didn't even have to interact with the sim in any way in order to make that happen. It just happened. So I guess that's good. All right, so Morgan is home from school. She acquired the mental skill, it said somewhere. Yeah, and she reached social level 2. So I think what I'm going to have her do, she does have a couple of marbles. Can I have her come down here and do anything? Practice marbles. I'll have her do that. So while she's doing that, I think now that we can actually travel, I will have Keyana go down to the new tenants unit. Since none of them have come out of their units all day, there's been no one in the common spaces this entire time that I've been speeding through. So I think we will go over to unit 5 and see that tenant. Why did she go upstairs just to come back downstairs? That's so weird. This game is so weird. I don't know why the wall is clipping through the floor either. Very strange. Okay, so we have officially arrived at our neighbor's unit. There she is. That is Kitty. And we've got her door is, at least it was, briefly flashing. I don't know what that was about, but I'm wondering if we can snoop. We can eavesdrop. So let's do that. All right, no secrets here. Perhaps a life of hunting for another's dirty laundry isn't in the cards. I don't appreciate the shade. Can we go in though? Knock on door. We already did that. All right. So Kitty said we could come in. Let's go over and introduce ourselves to Kitty. Kamarani introduction, and this is her everyday outfit. I cannot. That is hilarious. Can we sit on the couch and talk to you with your mini cats? She seems nice. Um, Ask her about her day, and then let's pry for secrets. Why not? Because that's what you do. Morgan just became acquaintances with one of her cats. So I'm assuming that the cat, well, she's not doing what I. Why are you here? Why is she in here? She's supposed to be playing with marbles. I didn't ask her to come over here. Practice marbles. Okay. So Keyana has discovered that Kitty has this secret, and the secret is "Oh baby, a challenge." Um, is it really that crazy to dream of having an expansive family? Listen, I'm not a terrible person to want to have children with different partners. I can name at least 5 other Sims that have done it. I'd raise those kids right and make sure they didn't grow up too fast. I'd have plenty of parental help to go around too. Sure, juggling multiple relationships in various stages sounds overwhelming, but I've never been one to stray from a challenge. Okay, so this one is about the 100 baby challenge. And it would probably be a lot easier for me to accept that that's her secret if she weren't an elder and therefore incapable, I think, of producing children. So I don't know what The Sims is doing. It's cute or whatever, but it just seems like there's so many other ways that this could have gone. It's kind of annoying that we don't have um, a little bit of a better system. All right, so are we still talking? Joke about bad lovers. No, why would you do that? That's horrible. Oh, she's doing it anyway. Oh my God. Well, I guess to a person who appreciates the 100 Baby Challenge, that might not be the most inappropriate. Let's ask her about her taste in music. And then, is our other tenant out in the common area? Kiana has learned the following preferences about Kitty. Dislikes winter holiday music. Wonderful. Yeah, so now we're into a full day of this. Why are there so many cats? Oh my God, there's so many cats. She's going to make herself something to eat. We're into a full day of this at this point, and nothing appears to be happening. I think what we'll do, since Morgan is here and our tenants appear to be like living their best lives. Oh my God, the cat's on the stove. The cat is on the stove. The cat's on the stove. Okay, looks like she's just making a salad, so all clear. All right, I think we're going to go to the beach and see if Morgan's able to find any marbles there or if there's anything at all exciting that may happen. So let's try the beach and see if we can make this game pack fun. Expansion pack. Expansion pack. Let's see if we can make it fun. Okay, so we're here on the beach, and Morgan is making a sand sculpture, and I will say it is absolutely beautiful here. Like the sights and sounds, I'm not sure if you can hear the birds chirping. We've got the mountains over here. Water is crystal clear. There's actually some like ambiance below the water, which isn't always the case, but like it's really pretty. It's a very tiny little beach area, but it's really pretty here. One thing that I discovered though, so everything that I've seen says that there's a potential for you to find marbles in these little sand piles, but it appears that kids can't click on them. So I don't understand that when kids are the only ones that can find marbles. So I'm gonna have Keyana dig through that sand pile while Morgan continues to work on her sand sculpture. She's acquired the creativity skill. Did she find anything? Nothing here but a pile of sand. So yeah, I don't even know, like just kind of looking around. She's feeling very playful. Won't you be my neighbor from Generous Trait? Keyana always enjoys meeting her neighbors. It's a perfect chance to catch up or get to know one another. Relations like these are important to Keyana and allows a chance for her to offer her generosity onto others. Okay, so I'm looking around. There's a restaurant there, so don't worry about that. Um, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of like things to do on this little beach area, unless I'm missing something. So I know there's another little beach area over here, like a really tiny one, but I'm not seeing anything. So I know the only other thing is, I think, to swim across to wherever the cave is, which I'm assuming might be over here somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so we're at the beach. There's literally nothing to do at the beach. we can swim in the water, which is a good thing, but like, yeah. So there's nothing to do. So I think I, I know we just got here, but I think we're gonna leave and we're gonna head back home because there's nothing to do. Like, I just don't see the point. It's not late enough to cloud gaze, is it? Because I know she wants to cloud gaze with Morgan. Praise effort and social growth. Let's do that. Um, can we cloud gaze? Where is cloud gaze after all of these changes? I'll have to figure that out later. All right, so we are just going to head home. All right, so we are back home, and I just realized they are matching, and that was not intentional. But what I decided to do instead of going back to our house is to come down here to Unit 5 so that we could at least try to tick off one thing before we end today. So for our aspiration, we also have to perform an inspection pass, and we have to handle a maintenance event, but no events have happened, so there's nothing I can do about that. But I will try and eavesdrop and then go into Mickey's apartment so that I can try and get at least tick this one off before we end. And Morgan really needs to go home. She's got a lot of stuff that she needs to work on. Her needs are not that great. So I'll let her go home. And hopefully she'll take care of herself while she's there. So we are back to eavesdropping. Hopefully we can get some... Why is she so dramatic about the way that she does it? Oh, did she get something juicy? Keyana would have found a secret, but all the relevant secrets have been found. Okay, so really there's no point on snooping after you've got one secret from your tenant. So if you ask for the secret, you don't have to snoop, is basically what I'm saying. So I'm going to knock on his door. Knock on door. Oh, or I'm just going to walk. I'm going to knock on his door from the inside. Okay, and then I'm going to go back outside, and he's going to tell me to come in. Then I'm coming back inside. Okay, so I'm going to do an inspection on this refrigerator. Do inspection and maintenance. And at least we'll be able to tick off this one item. At least hopefully. So he is bathing. Let's give him some privacy. And she's made it home, so let's say care for self, and hopefully she will improve some of her motives while we're not there. And we'll speed through this very long process of just taking notes about it. Okay, so she ticked it off on the inspection. So now she is doing maintenance. And yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this part right here. We've gone through about a day and a half of being a landlord. We had one finable offense, but no events of any kind have happened. I think what I may do for the next part is just continue to play through and then wait until we get something of, I guess, significance that will be a part of the PAX gameplay so that we can actually figure out how this works and like whether or not it's any good. So as it stands right now, I'm going to have to say it's just okay. Like I feel like I'm playing The Sims. I don't think that anything significant has happened to make me feel like a landlord is a full-time job, which is weird because some other people, especially during like early access gameplay and stuff, were experiencing it being like really difficult, where they were constantly doing stuff and they couldn't work. So we might have to find a job just to find something for her to do. It's unfortunate that there are no jobs that came with the pack because the only job excuse me, that came with the pack is a temporary part-time job. So yeah, I'm leaving it here. Definitely leave comments down below if you have any suggestions or things that you would like to see. Also like and share the video. Do subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate everyone for being here. Thanks. Bye.